Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aggie and this is A Week in My Life.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies and that's all I need.
So today is Sunday. My plan today is to have lunch with family. So we have some plans to eat at home. So hopefully I'll get to read today because yesterday I was making cards with my mom and that took the entire day. So I didn't really get to read as I wanted to, so hopefully today I'll get some reading done. Tonight I have dinner plans with a friend and we're just gonna stay in and eat at her house, so I think it'll be fun. Probably not gonna bring you guys along because it is her place and I don't want to bring any cameras in. So that is my plan for the day, and yeah, we'll see what else we're doing today. I was craving breakfast food, so this is what I'm eating for breakfast: coffee, avocado toast with a side of cheese, a whole apple, and some eggs.
It doesn't even make sense why I think about you. It was only one night, only that time, and it's not my style to be caught up in the middle like this. 'Cause now I dream about you. I was probably too drunk, it's blurry, but I've got the image of you running circles in my mind right now. And it could fade away, but it probably won't, and I should let it be. But I'm gonna dive into you, and maybe I'll drown, but what can I do? And it would be alright to let me down. Rather we try than let these feelings slide. So I'm gonna dive into you.
It doesn't even make sense why we try to fight it. Every time that we touch, the room caught on fire. We could blame it on the wine, but we know that we will both be lying. I wish I didn't want you. I was doing just fine, the way that it was. Then you hand me these emotions, didn't want them, but I guess that I'm stuck with them. They could go away, but I know they won't, and I should let it be.
What we're having for afternoon tea? Dim sum. Oh, this looks so good. What I'm having for lunch today, so we have some cabbage, I think that's beef and radish, and rice. Crazy super duper day, back-to-back meetings and more meetings and more meetings. Finally got some time to myself and I made myself a spiced latte, added some cinnamon, some ginger, and some vanilla extract into this, and then just steeped it with milk, and then this is what I have. Taking a lunch break. What I'm having for lunch today: cucumbers, rice, and short ribs. dinner tonight from Wonton Hut. What I'm having for lunch today, I have soup, and then I have rice with pork and beans.
How do we get this low? You come over and we start a fight. Never know who's wrong or right. Feel nothing when you go. I know it's not intelligent, drinking for the hell of it, but that's irrelevant now. We should talk about us. How come we're holding on? Cause really I don't see the benefits now. When you've broken my trust, so I just wonder, why do I fall back to you? Really nothing I can do about it. Why do I fall back to you? It's like you're a drug to me, I can't quit. It's not like we're still 22, trying something new just to pass time. I don't think that we ever could work this out. None of it makes sense, there's no reason why I still fall back to you.
I'm in bed. Today is Wednesday. Had a long day. Now I'm in bed, showered and everything, ready to go to bed, and I'm planning on watching a movie. I don't know what to watch actually. I recently finished Emily in Paris, and I literally finished it in 2 days, and I really liked it. So for anyone looking for a new Netflix show to watch, my recommendation is Emily in Paris. I think a lot of people are starting to like it. I've seen a lot of fashion vloggers that have like Emily in Paris inspired styles and such, and it's pretty like cool. So if you haven't watched it, it's definitely something I recommend. So I wanted to show you guys this new product that I've been using. So this damage repair serum is amazing, to be honest. Usually the ones that I wear or tried before is more like oil based. So you would rub that, like you would have like 1 or 2 strips of this, and then you would put it in your hand, and you would put it, rub it into your hair after you slightly dry it, so like in damp or dry hair. For this one specifically, after I used it, I blew dry my hair and then went to bed, and this morning it feels like really soft. But in the past when I've used other oils, what happens is that after you put the oil into your hair, it gets really oily, and when you dry it, it's really heavy, so it doesn't even feel light and nice. Like it feels like you have a lot of stuff in your hair, so I don't really like that, and that's why I haven't used it. But this honestly is so good. Like this product, after I dried my hair, it felt like I never put in anything at all. And the reason why I'm using this damage repair is because I have damaged hair from coloring, and as a kid when I swam a lot and the chlorine is in my hair and such, so I know for a fact I have damaged hair to begin with. That's why I try really hard not to color it too often, but when I do, it's cool to have a product like this to help me. I'm starving, so I'm making a cup noodle, the crab flavor with kimchi. Lunchtime, I have a fried rice with an egg and some green juice. Hey everyone, it is Friday night. In bed right now. It's 9. Actually it's 8:30, waiting to call my boyfriend at 9 p.m. our time, Eastern Standard Time. My boyfriend's currently in Hong Kong, and he wakes up really early on Saturdays to work. So he usually gets up at around like 8:39. So I'm gonna call him, give him a morning wake up call, and normally we talk while he does his report at home. There's a 12-hour difference, for those I don't know, between Toronto and Hong Kong. So each week we have a weekly call. Sometimes we talk more than that. Usually we do, especially on weekends. We video chat once a week, and that's the Friday call. And then other than that, we normally just do like a normal WhatsApp call on the phone to chat, see what's going on, that kind of thing, catch up, that kind of thing. And that's kind of how we've been managing our long distance relationship. Just wanted to take this, I guess, opportunity because I had a meeting with my CHRO today, which is the Chief Human Resources Officer. I'm actually in IT, but I'm the IT resource in the human resources department. So I technically report to the HR team. But one thing she asked me was like, how do you do it? Long distance is really hard. And I was telling her how, like, I understand for a lot of people it seems really hard because you don't really get to connect with your significant other really often because of the time difference, because you're physically apart, right? And she asked me, so what do you do? And I was basically just telling her that, like, my boyfriend and I had a really deep friendship. He was actually my best friend for like a good 15 years before we even started dating. So we had a really strong foundation. And the truth is, I even tell him this, and we always talk about this, like, we don't know if it was someone that we just met, whether we'll be able to do long distance with, because that foundation and that trust is just so important. Like, especially when you're like physically in another country, like what they do, what they're up to, you don't know. And in a way, unless you have that solid trust as part of your foundation, right? Like, there are certain lingering thoughts that might happen, right? And I mean, sometimes you feel insecure as well, because I mean, the person is really far away and you can't really control what they do or not do, right? You just need to know, like, what is their thoughts on like cheating and all of that stuff, right? Or what's their definition of right and what's their definition of wrong. And I was just saying to my boyfriend too, like, if we didn't have such a strong friendship and such strong foundation, I don't think I would have ever like I would ever get myself into a long distance relationship. And I feel like because of our friendship, it made things a lot easier, and that really long, I guess, time that we've known each other as well. Like, in a lot of times, like, even like we don't really argue. Like, we're not the type that's very angry in a way. Like, we don't like to escalate things when we can talk it out instead. So we've never had like a yelling type of situation argument. Usually what happens is I would bring something up, very like this actually, saying like, oh, this is bothering me recently, it's because I feel like this happened, and what are your thoughts? And then he would probably usually say, because I'm not a very like irrational person, I would say a lot of the times I'm pretty rational, so he would say things like, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, so what do we do to resolve it, kind of thing. And that's our argument in a way, like, because we're both not the type to yell at people. Like, we prefer to resolve conflicts peacefully, and he's a mediator, like, more than anything, right? He's usually the one that gets into a fight to stop the fight, you know what I mean? Like, they get hurt in the fight because they were accidentally like punched because they're trying to pull someone away from the other person that they're fighting. Like, that's who he is. So he's not the type to really start a fight, and he's never really been the type to really like fight people, you know, or yell and things like that. He's pretty like quiet. Like, his personality is pretty quiet to begin with, so he doesn't even talk very loud, and he doesn't talk very much to begin with, right? So since we're both similar in that way, that's why we've never had like a real like fight, because we think, like, why make things so much more like difficult in a way when we can resolve it more peacefully, and we prefer that anyways. So like, when I bring these things up, a lot of the times I know, like, or like like when I'm upset, I know he's not doing certain things to upset me. Like, I know he's not doing it because he wants to upset me. I know he might not be good at communicating certain things, or might not be good at doing certain things, but he's just trying his best, and he always has the best intentions. So a lot of the times I just understand that point, and that's my forefront, and that's why I'm able to deal with it so peacefully in a way, because I know, like, I know he doesn't have any ill intentions. And you need to really know that person in order to know that, right? Like, a lot of the times, because like, if you met someone for a month or 2 months, how do you know? Like, you can know, like, oh, in my gut feeling I feel it, but how do you really know? But if you know someone for like 15 years, 15, 16 years, like, you know, they're not like that. Like, that's not even anything that crossed their mind. And a lot of the times, because I know that, like, at the back of my mind, and I know that so clearly through experience and knowledge of who this person is, like, I don't get that angry. Well, like, I get upset, but I'm able to kind of like take that step back, think about it, rationalize, internalize before I bring it up to him. And that's something that I've always done, actually. Like, I've never really like brought things up as it's happening. Usually what I do is something angers me, so there's a trigger, and then I kind of internalize it and think about it, and then I think about, okay, how do I tell this person, and then I do it that way. So like, I've already had like a couple days to like think about it, so I'm not as heated, like, even though at the moment I might have been. Like, I'm kind of like that, and he's like that too, but I need more time than he does, because I'm a little bit more emotional than he is. He is a Taurus, so he's very logical. So for him, it's like very easy. But for me, I need to get over the emotional, like, anger and like, this person did this and it upset me, that kind of like aspect first, before I go into my logical side and think like, so what is the trigger point for me to be upset? What am I upset about? And from there, do I kind of like, okay, this is what's upsetting me, and like, this is what I think it was, and that's why I'm upset. So I try to get to the bottom of the issue before, like, for myself, of what's the underlying concern before I even talk to him. Because I feel like until I know what exactly is bothering me deep inside, I can't really communicate clearly what's going on and what needs to be fixed. So that's the way that I do it. But the reason why I decided to talk to you guys about this subject is because, like, I have gotten that a lot, like, especially from like my friends too and my colleagues. They're all like, so how do you do it? Like, I don't know too many people that's been in a long distance relationship, especially one with such a big time difference. Like, during certain times of the year we have a 13-hour time difference. Now it's a 12. I think actually after Sunday it's a 13-hour time difference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And it's hard to catch that person because of the time difference too. Like, when it's night here and then it's day there, right? And then like the timing too is confusing because they're earlier than us. So like, for me now it's Friday my time here, 8:30. For him it's gonna be like 8:30 Saturday his time. So it's like things like that you have to kind of think about. But what we do is we video chat once a week. Like, that's scheduled, and that's every Friday at like whatever time. We usually say that like ahead of time. Usually it's around 8:39, and then we do like WhatsApp calls just to catch up throughout the week. So that's what we do, and we generally tell each other everything. Like, we're like very like sharey people. We want each other to be like present in our lives, even though we're like far away from each other. But we really try to do that by like really saying, oh, this is what I did today, and then this and this and this. And even if it's not a chat, we say that through like texting, right? So like, I think that really helps. So for those of you that have any questions with regards to long distance relationship, I've been with my boyfriend for over 1 year now. Yeah, over 1 year now, going on to 2 soon in February. And comment in the comment section below what I'm wearing today quickly. Gonna run out. Zara top, Aritzia, Burberry, Zara, Stuart Weitzman boots. So just running out right now.
As we dance, as we dance, as we dance.
I got fua and we are eating in the car because the dine-in is closed. This is the jackfruit we just bought. For the longest time I thought I didn't like jackfruit, but I just had one and it's actually really good. I'm really surprised. Like, in my mind I always thought that jackfruit wasn't good and I didn't like it, but yeah, I'm sold. Like, maybe it's this one, I don't know, but it's pretty good. Oh, I just came back. Today was a really long day. All we went to is supermarkets. So, woke up. Before I even had a chance to get a coffee, we went to pick up sushi that we ate in the car for lunch that I showed, because right now we're in a modified stage 2 for coronavirus, so none of the dine-ins are open, so we ate in the car. Then my mom went into Ambrosia, which is like a supermarket, to get some stuff, and then from there we went straight to Costco, got some stuff there. Then we went to Longo's, and then we went to Fua to pick up some pancakes, and we ate that in the car as well. Then we went straight to H Mart to grab some Korean groceries, and now I'm here. So it's been a very long day. Wasn't planning to go out, but you have to get groceries, so gotta eat. And then tonight we're having Korean food for dinner. We're having pork belly and ribs, I think. Kalbi. I think that's ribs. Beef. So that's what we're doing tonight. And then yeah, that's all our plan is. Maybe watch a movie later on tonight. I don't know. I feel like I should. Yesterday I wanted to, but I didn't end up doing that. So yep, that's the plan. What we're having for dinner tonight, we have these kalbi, which is beef ribs. We have pork belly, squid sashimi, lettuce for the lettuce wrap. This is actually a walnut cake, jackfruit, and this is egg sashimi. Some mee goreng noodles. It's an Indonesian stir-fried instant noodle. My boyfriend's a huge fan of it, and we were talking about it yesterday, and I was saying how, like, I think last time he made it, I had one bite from him, but I didn't like it. But he says it's a relationship breaker, apparently, jokingly, of course. So I thought I'd try it again. I was telling my mom this, and apparently she really likes this too, and he's a huge fan, so yeah. So I'm gonna have this. And my sister is going to buy Timbits from Tim Hortons, so we'll have those for dessert, I guess, along with some jackfruit. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked, please give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, clicking the subscription bell below. And I will see you later. Bye.